favorite thing about each other? That he puts your luggage on the luggage rack in the hotel. I don't know, David, has she told you?
No.
That used to be a thing that Christine and I complained about.
Yes, no
'Cause
idea.
we go, and Cody would open up his luggage and put it on the rack, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll put mine over here in the...
Am I the only one who thinks that there's something missing from Sister Wives? I really don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But I find that it's so monotonous. It's so played out. The fact that we keep having to go through scenes that don't make any sense, especially when it comes to Christine, because we all know Christine already got married. We all saw the wedding. So the idea that we're getting to see things like, her wedding shower or even see her dress shopping is sort of a bit skewed to me. And I'm here for Meri having her friends and family really support her and having this awakening and this revelation and this moving on. I love it for her. And then for Cody and his wife and their children, I don't know. I think it's just a space filler. I think it's a time filler. I think they have nothing else to do or nothing else to tell us. So they've decided to go with the church theme. But if that's what they want to show us, hey, who are we to judge? Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 15. So you have Meri visiting with her friend and her friend's daughter. Apparently she used to be her childminder. It seems Meri had a lot of childminders because this is the second person she's introduced that used to be a childminder and someone she used to play with as a kid. So it seems like Meri has a very big support system in Utah that we were never shown, because we were always shown that Meri was someone who sort of was very combative and didn't seem to get along with a lot of people. So seeing her with her community this season has been amazing. She brings the sign that she had made for her mom, where she sort of wrote how far her children lived from the B&B. So it had like Meri and Cody where they lived, how far her sisters and whoever else. And so they've decided to dismantle this as a sign that Meri's marriage is over to Cody and Meri is moving on and starting afresh, which is amazing. They then sit down and start having a conversation. And so the legal divorce comes up. And personally for me, I agree with Christine and Janelle. And because it aligns more with Meri, and we all know how they feel about Meri. Janelle is more cordial and more respectful with Meri. I think, given the fact that they were former sisters-in-law before they became sister wives, so I think because of that, that's where the respect and the sort of cordial behavior comes from. Whereas with Christine, we know how she feels about Meri, but she is brutally honest to a fault at times, because Meri brings up the fact that when they were married with Cody, the person who married them, I assume, was someone from the church who was able to marry them spiritually till eternity, and also was able to marry them legally. And so he signed their sort of marriage certificate. And Meri talks about the time when she went through the legal divorce with Cody and how much of a struggle it was, because apparently this conversation had been taking place for years and years. And you have Robyn and Cody trying to imply that Meri did it out of the goodness of her heart. And it's like, no. And it's like, why would Meri out of the blue just volunteer to say, I want to give up my legal divorce just because I wanted to adopt Robyn's kids? Besides, single people adopt children. Even people can adopt with their partner. So the idea that Cody needed a legal marriage with Robyn in order to adopt these children doesn't make sense, because these children's dad was still there. You then have Janelle. We all know at the time Janelle felt some type of way. She made it known that she wasn't on board with Cody sort of divorcing Meri legally, because she felt that things would change. Because irregardless of how the wives felt about Meri, they always thought she was fair. And so the idea that Meri wasn't going to be the legal wife, they knew that problems would come into play. And you have Janelle actually mentioned that, this was evident that there was already favoritism taking place prior to Meri giving up her legal divorce. And I think this is why Janelle was not on board. Christine reveals that apparently from the time Robyn came into the family, she sort of dropped the seed that, there's a wife who once gave up her legal marriage so that the second wife could be legally married to the husband and the husband could, adopt the children. And that makes sense to me. That does make sense to me because we all know that Robyn wanted security when she came into this family. She came in with her ideas of what she wanted. Given the fact that in the previous episode we heard about her flirting incident with Cody in the church when he went to church with his wives before they even started dating, I have a feeling Cody and Robyn dated behind the family's back and then brought in this, epiphany. We have this revelation. She's going to be our sister wife. And then once she was in the family, she just as she got, the longer honeymoon, she then started speaking to Cody about wanting him to divorce Meri so that he could marry her. And I think this was all a plan that was put in motion because Meri reveals that after 6 months of her legally divorcing Cody, he just went off cold turkey. And Cody's like, well, there were things that changed, the way she behaved around me, the fact that, she would cover herself if I walk into the room. Oh, after all, after the divorce, I supported her. I took her out for a meal and then I went home and made love to her. And Mary's like, one, it's out of order for him to discuss about an intimate moment. He, after a month, stepped away, and I think that's because he was tired of pretending to be a loving husband, and so he stepped away and he never came back. The catfishing apparently took place 8 months after he had stepped away, and I have always thought Cody and Robyn also had a hand in that catfishing incident. So I believe more of what Meri, Christine, and Janelle are saying in regards to the fact that Robyn and Cody were the engineers behind the legal divorce. I'm not buying what Robyn is selling. Sorry, I'm not buying it because she's saying, "Oh, I never said that. Why would I imply that? I didn't even know." Yes, you did. History has shown us that you are a very calculated and very manipulative person. So the idea that Meri, out of the blue, suddenly decided to give up on her legal marriage when she hadn't given it up for years when she was married to her husband, she could have easily given it up to Christine and or to Janelle, but she never did, and she never brought that up until you came into the family. So you are the catalyst of that. Own it and wear it as a badge of honor. So we have Robyn and her children go and visit a church because her children did tell her that they were looking, to sort of enroll in some sort of church because they were missing that spiritual side of them. And the way they're dressed, you can see they're trying to, it's performative. I'm sorry, I have to say that. It's very performative. The way they're dressed, I don't believe they go to school dressed like that. Yes, I know they're going to be dressed in a respectful, dignified manner in order to visit the church, but still, it was too performative. It was too. I don't even know what label to put on it. Anyway, they get to the church. They're met by the two of the church pastors. They sit down. They start having a conversation about their religion and where they're coming from. The idea that Robyn is saying that she's traumatized because, she was in a plural family and the family broke up. And it's like, Sherlock Holmes, get a mirror, look at yourself and ask yourself, who was the catalyst of the family breakdown? Who was the catalyst? Because this family was functional until you came in, and you came in with, instead of adapting to what was there, you came in with your own sort of ideas of what you wanted and made sure that you got what you wanted at the expense of everybody else. So the audacity to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm devastated because the family is broken up. This was never my goal. I wanted to be married in a plural family. That's my belief." Well, if you wanted to be married into a plural family, the first time you got married, you should have been married into one. You were not. You were married into a monogamous relationship. So the idea that suddenly you're left in a monogamous relationship and you're saying you've lost your identity, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it because that's not what you wanted. For her to say, I would consider being in a plural marriage, but would have to go back to our church and it would have to be ordained by someone who's specially, approved to do that. And it's like, Robyn, you'd be okay with plural marriage as long as the other wife brought in the capital, which the OG3 did. You'd be okay if you were the favorite wife. I don't think you'd be okay if you had to go and work just like Meri, Janelle, and Christine did for years while the new wife sat at home and sort of talked about a childminder and ABC DEFG. So please don't lie to us because we've been watching for 19 seasons and we've seen everything. So please leave us alone. So you have Christine go wedding dress shopping. Well, she's already been wedding dress shopping and she didn't like what she saw. So apparently they then designed something for her. Obviously they're going to do it. It's good publicity for them. It's good marketing. And so she goes with three of her daughters. Isabel McKelty and oh my God, what's Aspen? And then they have Gwendolyn sort of FaceTime to see the dress. I thought the dress was amazing. It really was cute. I thought it was very respectful and very elegant. And they did have conversations about the fact that when she married Cody, her mom made the wedding dress, but her mom couldn't come to the wedding because her mom had divorced her dad. And so she eventually, when McKelty got married, she sort of used the dress as flowers for the wedding, which was cute. It was really cute. And they show a clip of Christine and Cody sort of reminiscing on that incident because he visited while she was trying the dress before she cut it out. And for me, I don't even know why Cody was involved. I really don't. They go into detail about how the church, doesn't encourage pageantry during weddings of the sister wives because they're afraid of the law and stuff. And it's like, well, if you're going to have so many marriages, then allow people to choose what they want. You can't be worried about the law if Robyn and Cody got to choose what wedding dress she wore, and everybody else just wore a sack to the wedding, and that was okay with you. I really don't like it. I really don't like how they try to minimize everybody else's experience and feelings, and yet when it comes to, the princess, everything has to have been done correctly, and Cody doesn't see any problem with that. So you have Robyn and her children going to church because apparently they've been church shopping and they finally found a church that they were going to attend, but Cody wasn't welcome. And Cody's saying, well, he's seeing them off and then he's talking about, oh, I've learned not to be a hands-off dad and I've learned to support my children in whatever they want to do. And it's like, oh, okay, if that's what you say, because you've been hands off with the other children prior to you getting married to Robyn. So don't make it seem like it's something new. You are already hands off with the OG 13. So the idea that you're pretending that you were this loving dad who was a helicopter dad and has decided to step away, please stop lying. You've always labeled your other children by their mothers. Oh, this is Mary's child, this is Christine's child, this is Janelle's child. You've never said these are my children. And yet when it comes to Robyn and you are a family. Robyn's children are your children because you're family. So please stop lying to us. I really am not buying it. And I hate the idea that he wants to make it seem like he's a loving and caring dad when he allowed his daughter to suffer with severe back pain for a very long time and wouldn't go for her medical procedure, but was happy to go with his daughter when she wanted her ears pierced. So I'm not buying any of this nonsense, and I'm really not here for it. So you have Cody and Robyn and the girls sort of sit down after the church service and they're sort of debriefing about church and the experience of going to church. And the girls are saying, oh, it was amazing to be part of a group of people who believe in something and are very, advocating for their beliefs, and one of them started crying, and it's like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get the hype. I think Robyn and her children are trying to reinvent themselves because there were rumors that apparently her children were going around town and sort of feeling like they were the local celebrities because they were on this reality show. So do I buy the fact that they are trying to sell this image of being born again, wanting to pursue a religion, with Cody saying, he is in this space whereby he's very bitter because of what happened in regards, plural marriage. He thought he was the savior of plural marriage, I think, or the advocate for plural marriage. And when it didn't work out, he's got this bitter taste in his mouth. And it's like, well, it didn't work out because you prioritized one wife over the others. That has nothing to do with the church. You were supposed to make sure that you treated every wife equally and you sort of split your time equally amongst your wives. So the audacity to suddenly blame it on the faith doesn't make sense to me. He spoke about his children and how he has a very intimate children sort of relationship with Robyn's children, and well, his and Robyn's children as compared to the other children, because the other wives, were run ragged. At times they would just want a break. So when I got there, I got to go out. And it's like, no, that's not it. I really don't think that's it. I think Cody could have easily bought like a school bus and he could have shuffled his children to and from school. That would have been bonding time for him and his children, the same way he does with Saul and Ari. He could have spent time, or he could have asked the mothers if the children could meet in one household after school, do their homework and whatever. That way he could sort of meet with his children while he's in that household. But no, he did what was in his best interest and he nurtured his relationships with his wives until he had a favorite wife. So the audacity to try and blame it on the religion, the audacity to try and blame it on the other wives, I'm not buying it. I actually really loved Mary's party because she had her friends come and then they arranged for a party with her friend Jen and everybody came down. I love this. I love this. I love the fact that Meri is not focused on Cody and whatever. She is moving on. She did speak about Mary's heritage, the home that she bought that had been in her family for years, and so there's pictures of it on the wall. And for me, this was one of the pivotal points when Cody sort of realized that Meri was moving on and that he had lost his power to sort of manipulate her, because when she bought the property, the family refused to give her money to buy this property or to put a down payment as a loan. And so she went out and she worked very hard and saved her money because she told them that she wasn't going to put it as part of the Brown Foundation. And I think one of the reasons why Cody was happy for Meri to stay around is because she and Janelle brought in the capital. She and Janelle financed the life and the lifestyle that he and Robyn wanted to live. So I'm happy that she's building roots, she's creating a community for herself. She's not talking begrudgingly about her ex-wives, her ex-sister wives. So I'm happy for her and I'm here for it. You have Christine's daughter throw a wedding shower for her. I loved it. I really loved it. I know Christine has done everything on her bucket list when it comes to getting married. And this man really adores her and seems to go along with anything that she wants. So she had this bridal shower. She had everyone there. Her dad was also there and his mom was there. They're quite elderly. We've seen them before. So it was really cute to see them come out. Janelle obviously came out. She said, she will always support Christine. So whatever's happening, she will try her best to be there. So it was nice to see Janelle there. Janelle looks totally different. I have to say all the wives, all the OG3 look totally different from when they were with Cody. Cody was really draining for them because when you see them now, they're totally different people from who they were when they were married to Cody. This was a good thing. This was a good thing. I think it's just a bit awkward to watch given the fact that we've already watched the wedding. I wish we had seen all this before the wedding, but I guess TLC needed a time filler, so they decided to show Christine's wedding. But hey, during the bridal shower, I actually loved the game that they played because they had this game whereby people were given cards to fill out and sort of then have David and Christine sort of read out the answers, and it was marked. I don't know what prize whoever won was going to get. The fact that Peyton tried to cheat was like, oh my God. It is what it is. And then Janelle came up and sort of spoke about something that they both disliked about Cody, which now they were surprised that David actually does, because Janelle was talking about the fact that when they go into a hotel, or Cody used to take the suitcase rack, and it's like, why would he be that mean? Because women always have the most stuff, so you'd assume that he would have given his wives the rack and then he put his suitcase on the floor, because all you need is a trousers, a shirt, and a pair of boxers, and you're done. And so for Janelle to say, I just want you to know that on this question, that what is it you like the most about David, I put that you like the fact that he gives you the clothes rack. And then the both, Janelle and Christine went into talking about Cody and how, he was when it came to the clothes rack. And David says in his confessional, I don't understand what the big hype is. As the man, you should just give it to the wife and then you can put your suitcase on the floor. It doesn't matter. So that was really cute to see. And for Cody to say, oh, once you're divorced, everything is seen in a negative light. And it's like, Cody, you've always been selfish. You have always been selfish when it comes to your relationships with your wives. You have to take that for the team and you have to own it, that you have been selfish. We don't know how you behave with Robyn, but with the other OG3, you have been very selfish. But hey, it is what it is. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 14. Bye guys.